Here we have the brand new Eachine Reddevil. Yes, this is not going to be a review. This is going to be my personal preference and what quadcopter I like and why I like that quadcopter the best and what one I would recommend to you. Now, let's start off with the simple thing. You get 25 milliwatt VTX on the Sailfly, 200 milliwatt VTX on the Reddevil. You get a fixed camera angle on the camera on the Sailfly, and the main mount itself is good. I think it's absolutely great. The reason why, in a crash, it can take an impact. I don't care what it looks like. I care how it flies and if it can take a beating. And this mount can take a beating. Yes, you can adjust the camera angle. I don't mind that whatsoever. And the camera is not the best, but I think it's pretty good. If you look at one of my other videos, you'll see it's quite fine. And all you have to do is bind it up, plug the battery in, and go and fly. The one downfall is the frame itself. The screw holes are too close to the edges, and a lot of people have had their motors and the carbon fibre frame snap at the edge here. But Happymodel have brought out a new upgraded frame, and that should solve the problem for you. Now, that's all I've got to say about the Happymodel Sailfly. Now, let's move on to the Reddevil, and I'll tell you the things that I don't like about it. Yes, you get a 3-cell LiPo just like you do with the Sailfly. Yes, you get all the same kind of spare parts, and you get a mount to hold the battery in, which you see I've got in my hand right now. You get 2 zip ties. Now, why would they give you 2 zip ties? I'll show you in a moment. And you get an extra bit of foam in here. Now, this is one of the main important parts. I'm going to start with this first. The foam was underneath here with the mount, and I could not, for the living daylights of me, get the battery in and put it into the quadcopter. And I'll tell you why. If you can see here, they've mounted the board upside down. All the plugs are upside down, and the main plug that was getting in the way, and it didn't matter which way I was trying to plug the battery in, it was getting stuck against this plug here. And that plug is your VTX and your camera plug. And if I had forced it over it, if I could, but I couldn't, and I had taken the battery back out, I could have ripped the wires off. That wasn't acceptable to me. Not out of the box. I don't expect to do that, I'm afraid to say. I just wanted to take it out, bind it up and go and fly. But I couldn't do that. I had to snip the mount off and put a rubber band round, put another bit of foam there. Now I'm having to put the battery under the rubber band to hold it in, and obviously zip tie the main power lead so it doesn't eject out and rip the wires off the main board. And like I said, the main board itself is upside down, so all your motor plugs are sitting at the bottom, and I don't like that one bit whatsoever. Now, yes, the frame is a lot better. I can tell you it's a lot better because I bashed this thing really, really hard, and I don't know why it's still in one piece, but it is. Okay, now, the camera, yes, it's a Cadet EOS 2 camera, 16.9 ratio. Can't use that, it's impossible. A lot of people don't like that aspect ratio, and they're having to switch the camera over to a 4.3 aspect ratio. So they're going to need to spend extra money yet again on a quadcopter that costs even more. Or you can go and buy yourself the brand new Runcam Nano 2, which is still in the box and I've not taken out. And guess what? I don't think I'm planning on putting it in the Reddevil, for the simple fact being, I think the Sailfly flies nice and smooth, and I like it a lot. I'm thinking about doing a hybrid build and ripping this thing apart and doing something totally different with it. And another thing, the amount of jello you get off this camera, even if you do put a bit of foam under it is unbelievable. I want smooth flying, and I can get smooth flying off the Sailfly, and you can see that in the other videos that I've posted up. It's smooth as butter. And another thing as well, this quadcopter hates a heavy battery, I can tell you that. On the first run, I tried what I did before, a 2-cell 450 milliamp UAV LiPo battery, and to fly it, I was having to put near enough full stick to turn on stock settings and to stay away from the trees and get under the poles and over the poles. It was unbelievable. It just didn't like it at all. It won't take a heavy battery. It hates it. It really does. Then I put the 2-cell MyLipo DE 333 milliamp LiPo battery in. Is it 333 if I remember right? And it was flying fine. But what I found was when I went to do a punch out to get away from the fence, I think the props bent upwards and it didn't give me the oomph that I needed, and I crashed straight into the fence, through the fence, and luckily nothing's broke. But what it did do is it cracked the canopy right here. It wouldn't have done that with a Sailfly, not with that TPU mount, because it is flexible, and that's what I like about that. You can crash it and crash it and crash it and it will not break. Right, you've got that 200 milliwatt VTX there, which is great, and you can switch it through your transmitter and smart audio, and you get a little button at the side. Just make sure that button right there is not touching against the canopy, because if it does, you end up switching the channel if you hit something, and you'll need to fix that. Another thing that I was saying was the zip ties. Now, I found that if you have a light crash, what will happen is, see these screws at the side, it will start to wobble, and that helps towards the jello effect on the camera. And what you want to do is basically put the zip ties down and zip tie the whole canopy to the frame itself. Yes, the frame is tough. It really is tough, and it won't snap at the motor end like the Sailfly one will. But like I said, the Sailfly does have an upgraded frame that you can pick up. Overall, in my opinion, it is a lot cheaper getting the Sailfly and a lot easier out of the box. Bind, go and fly. Bind, don't go and fly, because you won't be happy with the camera. You won't be able to get the battery in, and even if you do, you might rip the wires off. Right. And that's my opinion on my personal preference and what quadcopter I like the best. I'll put a little bit of video footage up on the Eachine Reddevil, but it is nothing brilliant, I can tell you that, because I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy flying it one bit whatsoever. But the Happymodel just, it sails and it flies. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it was of help to you to make your mind up which one you're going to buy, and you can think about it, like I said. But there you go, that's my personal preference. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, my friends, happy flying.